Good morning, students. And today's class is open cast mining. Different geomining situations where surface mining is adopted. And if the time is there, let us discuss also strip mining, slow stability, and the factors depending upon the slow stability, the backfilling, and other subgrid other associated terms we will be discussing in this class. And before that, let us discuss open cast mining and the factors the open cast mining where the surface mining is adopted, and then going for the open cast mining, going for another word UZ mining, and different factors are there, and many factors which influence the adoption of the open cast mining. That in certain things are there, certain factors are there. If the factors are very favorable, then we adopt, we prefer the open cast mining than the UZ mining. It is there generally, and many things are there, and we will see one by one. Let us all the things are first the geology. Geology is the occurrence of the mineral, and the shape of the mineral, the size of the mineral, the tonnage of the mineral, and the way of the geological structures, the structure, the different structures of the different geological structures of the mineral bedding, and different geological structures of the overlying strata. So all these things which are covered on the geology, and mainly the before that the occurrence of the mineral first we will see. Suppose if generally and the previously the conventional open cast mining where the mineral is lying below 50 meters from the surface, generally the surface mining is adopted, and this is the way back the 20 years back situation where only 50 meters surface cover is removed and the exposed mineral is excavated by the open cast mining. This is that. So this was prevalent and way back 20 years ago. So where the surface cover is only 50 meters there. Now the technology is improved and the mechanization is very much advanced, and high capacity machines we are using. High capacity machines or the high capacity dumpers we are using. High capacity conveyors we are using. High capacity cold drill and OB drills we are using. High capacity showers we are using. So total high mechanization is possible in the open cast mining. So we are going deeper and deeper, and even 300 meters also, and 300 meters the mineral bed is also mined out by the open cast mining. It is there. So even the mineral occurs at a 300 meters depth also. The 300 meters surface cover is removed, the OB is removed, and the exposed mineral is taken out. So all these things are which are possible even though and the mineral occurs at a depth of 300 meters. It is there. 300 meters means the 300 meter surface cover, the OB overburden has to be removed in the form of vertical benches. The many vertical benches are made and established. All the vertical benches are excavated. The OB material is removed up to 300 meters. Then the actual mineral bed, maybe the coal, maybe the iron, which is exposed, and the exposed the mineral is taken out in the form of by laying different the mineral benches. Suppose the 30 meters is there, 30 meter depth of the this one, the thickness of the seam is there, and 3 vertical benches we can make it is there. So likewise, so up to the 300 meters even surface cover is removed by the mechanization, by the high capacity machine. It is possible, even though technically it is viable and economically it is viable, and the technology is there, and Indian technology is there, and in high mechanization, Indian technology is very much suitable to excavate the 300 meters waste rock, the OB, and after that the exposed mineral is taken out. It is there. So it is economically viable. So that what is that actually by this thing, by doing the open cast mining, we should generate the profits. we should generate the production with the high productivity. It must be there. So with this technology, with this high mechanization, and the open cast mining projects are economically viable, and they started producing the more money, started producing the high OMS is more than 30 OMS. It ranges between 30 to 50 OMS is possible by this open cast mine. So this is the occurrence of the mineral even at the deeper depth also. So that is the possible that we are doing there. But previously, in the more than 300 meters, if the mineral occurs, the 400 meters it is there, then we prefer using underground mining, where surface mining is not possible. Why? Because that is economically not viable, and the technology, and even though high technology is there, and with the having the technology, and it becomes very difficult to excavate in the economical manner. In the, producing high economics is not possible when deeper when the deepest point the mineral is available. So this is called the geology which influence the surface mining a lot and lot. In a similar manner, and the geological structures are there. The faulting is there, folding is there, unconformities are there, joints are there. These are the geological structures, geological disturbances in the earth. Suppose if at all any faulting is there in the area, in the coal bed area, then the mining is not possible. So geological structures or geological disturbances, if they are present in the earth, in the earth surface crustal part of the earth, then the mining is not possible. So the faulting is highly dangerous and doing the mining there. Even folding also, the folding, jointing, unconformities, those things also the pose different types of dangers to the open cast mining. But the faulting and which pose a greatest danger to the open cast mining, a greatest danger to the surface mining. It is said. So the geological structures present in the mining term, we term as geological disturbances. If the geological disturbances are present in the surface, present in the earth, then that pose a greater dangers, a greater difficulties for the mining part there. And other things are there. The size of the mineral is there, and the thickness of the mineral is there, and those things also cover under geology. Suppose thickness of the but the coal is available below 50 meters or below 100 meters, and the thickness of the coal must be very more, and maybe 50 meters and something, or various patches of the coal. Suppose 10 meters coal is available, after that 20 meters rock is there, after that 10 meters coal is available, after that 20 meters rock is there, like that. The patches of coal is there, it is going down and down like this. So at the 10 meter exposed coal is taken out, and after that 20 meters coal is removed, and after that 10 meters coal is taken like that. But many seams which are running in the earth in different areas and in different shapes in the different depths, and everything is taken out. So if at all 50 meters thickness of the coal is at a stretch is available below the OB, then it is good. It is very much good. Why? Because the 50 meters can be divided into the 5 vertical benches, and the 5 vertical benches we can make, and by making the 5 vertical benches, and we can excavate the coal. The coal is there. So the size of the coal and the nature of the mineral bedding is also very important, and that is also covered the geology of the mineral, the geology of the coal. It is also it is there. So the geological part of the mineral is very important while excavation. The geological part of mineral, and the geological part covers a greater thing in the surface mining situation, surface mining system, where open cast mining is adopted. So this plays a greater and critical role, we can say. The geology of the mineral, the geology of the coal is very important in preferring the open cast mining, in preferring the surface mining. It is a next, the assay value of the deposit. Actually, the deposits are there and the reserves are there. Assay value. Suppose the assay values of the deposits are there. Actually, uh, different types of the coals are there. The anthracite is there, bituminous is there, lignite is there, peat is there, and different types of coal is there, and different ranks are there. A rank is there, B rank is there, C rank is there, D rank is there. Generally, A and B types of coal belong to anthracite and bituminous. C belong to bituminous coal. D and E belong to lignite type of coal. It is there. So anthracite and bituminous coal, naturally more than 80% of the carbon percentage is there, and lignite, which where the C ranges more than 65 to 80% it is there. So, and very valuable mineral, very high valuable mineral which is available in the ground, then we prefer, because of a lot of investment is incurred in the open cast mining. When you prefer mining, and the project cost more than 100 crores, more than 100 crores to 1000 crores, and only public sectors, one government sectors, and where the mining, they can go for the mining, they can go for the open cast mine. Why? Because investing more than 100 crores by the private owners is very difficult. So the government sectors generally own the open cast mining projects, generally owned by the government itself. So the value of the deposit must be very high. Suppose investing more than 100 crores and getting a cheaper coal and getting cheaper iron, and marketing the iron or marketing the coal, and which is useless and which is baseless in going for open cast mining. So the value of the mineral which is available at the point must be uh, very much more, must be what we can say, must be more, so that we prefer the surface mining. It is a, and the tonnage of the reserve. There are different things are there. Resources are there and reserves are there. Actually, the Geological Survey of India, it is there. It is the department, geology survey. The geological survey is done. Already the GSA made different surveys. All the total earth, the total earth which is belonging to, which is covered in India, the total earth, the crustal part, the crustal earth which is covered in India is surveyed by the geology department, GSI department. So the total survey is being done all along the land of the India. So ready-made borehole data is available in every part of Indian land that is available, the borehole data. What type of mineral which are occurring in the ground, and how much what is the quantity and the quality which is available in the ground is also estimated by the Geological Survey of India. Here different things are there taken into consideration. That the resources are there and the reserves are there. Suppose if at all the mineral is available and beyond 1 kilometer, then the mining is not possible. Where only particular few things of gold is available, where KGF is there, where they gone down up to 3.3 kilometers there. Only exceptional cases. Remaining other things, suppose the coal is available and more than 1 kilometer, so then the mining is impossible because of this high strata pressure and design of the support system. Everything becomes very much difficult. Actually, for the deepest mine, for the open cast mines means economically it is not viable. So here the mineral which is available at the deepest point is of no use, where we cannot do the mining. It is there. And the reserve is there. The reserve is nothing but actually this is economic exploitation of the mineral is called the reserve, where technically it is viable, where with the having the present technology, with the having the present organization, we must be able to the mine at the mineral. So that is it. So if the mineral is mineable, the mineral is mineable at the economic value, and we should get the profit. Economics must be produced. Then it is called the reserve. And reserve, out of the reserve also certain things are there. The proved reserve is and the probable reserves are. So then open cast we don't prefer the probable reserve. So when proved reserves are there, the proved reserves a certain quality and the quantity of the mineral, the quality and the quantity of coal is available in the underground, then we go for the open cast mining. Why? Because we are investing we are investing and the thousands are we are investing hundreds of crores and the cost of the open cast mining may be more than 100 crores and reaches to 1000 crores. So investing high amount in open cast mining projects and that makes getting lesser and lesser value and lesser quality and quantity of this thing coal or any mineral, then there is no meaning for the open cast mining process. It is there. So the reserves and that too, the proved reserves gives you the high quality of the mineral. If at all is available in the underground, in the in the earth, in the below the surface of the earth, then we go for the surface mining. We prefer the open cast mining, where then only this one then only we can mine out the mineral at higher and the higher economics can be produced there. So this is called the determinants of the reserve. And surface topography. Actually, the surface topography actually suppose if the topography is somewhat undulating, and then we can go for open cast mining, and it is very high hilly area, and the surface area is involved with the high hills and involved with the greatest depressions, then the mining is not at all possible. The hills are there, depressions are there. In that area, the mining is not possible. So even though the undulating ground may be posing some difficulties for the mining, and that is situation in that conditions also we can do the mining there in an undulating ground in the area. But high hilly areas, suppose Himalaya is there. Himalayas are there where 8,000 feet above the sea level is there. So where the mining support. In Jammu and Kashmir, lignite deposits are there, where mining the lignite deposit in Jammu and Kashmir is highly difficult. So we are not mining there in Jammu and Kashmir, even though lignite is plenty of lignite is available in Jammu and Kashmir because it is a hilly area. The surface topography in the hilly areas, in the valley areas, in the depression areas, the mining is not at all possible. But the mining is possible for some extent if the ground is undulating and it can negotiate. The mining can negotiate to certain for certain undulations only. It is there. So the surface topography is very complicated, it's very complex. Then surface mining is not possible. It is there. The mining equipment. Actually, uh, conventional minings are where the different phases of the mining, open cast mining of the drilling, blasting, loading, and transportation. These are different phases of conventional mining is there, and all the minings are, and even drilling. The drilling generally it was we used to do with the help of jackhammer, and they used to lay the holes with the help of jackhammer, and they charge the holes and they blast it. So it was conventional method of open cast mining. So slowly the scenario is completely changed, and conventional to mechanized, mechanized to highly mechanized mines, highly mechanized open cast. Now we are opening up the projects highly mechanized open cast mines, and so the Jivra mine is there, and that is producing 200 million tons per annum. That is the very biggest open cast mining project in the Asia, in India and in the Asia also. So 200 million tons per annum is very immense, uh, uh, and beyond the words we can express it. So the mechanization from conventional to highly mechanized, the mining equipment and depends. Suppose 300 meters the coal is available. Below the 300 meters, with a simple the shovels, with a simple this thing and this one. the mining is not the mining is not possible. Suppose if the mineral is available at 300 meters, then high capacity shovels, hydraulic excavators, and the rope shovels, shovel excavators, drill machines, and OB drill machines, and the conveyors, high angle conveyors, and the dumpers, all are very necessary. And this so for mining, the mineral occurs below the 300 meters or at a 300 meters depth of the depth from the surface it is there. So the mining equipment, if the mining equipment is there, if the vital equipment is there, so generally we establish the quarries and with a simple jackhammer, with a simple JCB missions, and the drilling is done with the explosive, and blasting is done, and the mineral is blasted out, and we take it out mineral with the help of lorries. So this is a conventional mining. Suppose when the coal is there, when the iron is there, so a large scale of the mineral is available, the coal is available, the miner is available, the iron ore is available. In that conditions, if you want to use jackhammer, if you want to use and lorries, there is no meaning because they are hopeless machinery. So we must use highly mechanized machinery. Then only the mining is possible. If it is a mechanized mine, if the mineral occurs in the deepest depth from the surface, then highly mechanized this thing because economic viability for getting economic viability, that improved technology and all these things are there. So in that conditions, the mining equipment generally actually determines if you have very good equipment, very good indigenous equipment, and then we can go for the open cast mining. So if our equipment is not suitable, then we cannot go for open cast mining. Suppose the Western missionary is there and that is very adept and that is very suitable for the open cast mining, and the Singerian college also adopting the Germany missionary it is there. So if at all missionary is available, then we can go for it. If the missionary is not available, and we cannot open up the mines with the open cast mining, with the surface mining. So the mechanization is a very important factor. The mechanization is a very important thing which determines whether the mining is possible, whether open cast mining or not, and that is very important, and that is very critical point. And after the opening up the deposit with the surface mining, then the machinery is not suitable, and the project becomes a failure. It is so the machinery, the use of machinery is very important factor. The use of machinery, the mechanization is important factor for going for the surface mining, for going for open cast mining. It is there. The next one is economic factor. Economics, producing profits. Mine is there, and generally the coal mines are there. Coal mines, the UZ is there, and open cast and the UZ. A conventional is there, where the OMS is less than 1. So in order to produce benefits, in order to produce the profit, the OMS must be more than 1. It is there. Suppose we use SDLs and LHDs, side discharge loaders and LHDs, load haul dumpers, generally we use it. When with the use of side discharge loaders or with the use of LHDs, thus that what we can say, the OMS is increased, the OMS is enhanced from 1 to 4 or 1 to 6. So OMS are using LHDs or using SDLs, the OMS rose to 4 to 6. So OMS means output per man shifts. So one man, the producing tons of coal in one shift. Suppose OMS is six is there. So one man produces 6 tons of coal in a shift. That is called OMS. Conventional man is that is less than one. Less than one means the man is running uh, the loss. The mine is producing loss. So the mine is under loss. It is So when the OMS is more than one, then it starts producing the profit. So all the mines in the Singrauli colonies are semi-mechanized. So the coal filters are removed, and in the place of coal filters, they deployed SDS, they deployed LHDDs there. So there is a semi-mechanized. And longwall mines are there. Longwall UC mines are there. There the OMS where the shearer is there, where the OMS is 22, 25 is there. And longwall and one more is a blasting gallery method is there. So larger thickness of the coal is removed at a time with the help of blasting gallery method. And there the OMS is also 22, 25 it is there. But particularly the OMS is more than 30 to 50, and it can even also 50 OMS is there. One man produce 50 tons of coal. One man produce 50 tons of coal in a shift. That is 50 OMS is there. So 30 to 50 OMS is possible for the open cast mining. It is there. So the high economic factor. Then when you want to establish the open cast mining, then OMS must be very much more. The OMS must be more than 30 or 30 to 50 it is there. Uh, uh, then only the projects produce high production. The project produce high production, the higher productivity, and it generates more profits. Then the project becomes very successful. It is there. When OMS is not there, suppose even if you establish a OC, open cast mine project, where the OMS is less than 30, there is no meaning in establishing the open cast mine. Why? Because it cannot generate the profit. It cannot generate the profit. Suppose the investment of open cast mining is very high and a very large, and hundreds of crores is invested here. For investing hundreds of crores and getting less than a meager OMS is useless, and useless in adopting adopting surface mining. So the OMS, keeping the OMS in view, it must be more than 30 to 50. It must be more than 30. It has to be reached in between 30 to 50. And if it is there, the OMS 50 OMS is there, and it produce more production with a more higher productivity and higher economics are produced, higher revenue is produced, higher profits are generated by the open cast mining process. It is there. So this one economic factor, it is there. And next one is the capital expenditure. The capital expenditure is also important going for the surface mine. Suppose the private ones are there, but suppose coal mines are there. The coal mines generally owned by the government. Suppose Singrauli College is there, 49% central government is there, 50% state government is there, 1% the private owners are there. So this is the combination. This is the ratio of the Singrauli College. Colonial Limited it is totally owned by the central government, the Colonial Limited. So larger reserves, larger chunks of the coal is mined out by the higher higher capacity missions. So when we use the open cast mines are laid out, and when you use high capacity missions, then only it is possible, because larger investment is must be there. So only the government, maybe the state government, maybe the central government, has the capacity of investing the hundreds of crores in the OC projects there. Suppose only few private owners are there. Uh, um, Adani, Adani, Gautam Adani, and Reliance Industries, and some other AMR group of mining in Hyderabad. And only few private owners are there. They are capable of investing the hundreds of crores. Remaining all other people, they cannot invest more than this one. So the investment is very important. So suppose when a small quarry is there, suppose a limestone quarry is there, the limestone quarry generally 5 to 10 crores is needed, and any private owner you can invest. Otherwise you can lend the money from the bank, so you can invest the 10 crores of amount, and he can establish the quarry. The quarrying is possible. So building stones, the building stones are excavated by these limestone excavated by this, and the metal chips which are used for the construction field, and the metal chips are excavated, and with the help of crushers, they size into different sizes. It is there, so it is there. So the quarries are there. If at all they want to establish the quarries, and only 10 crores of 1 to 10 crores is enough for going for the quarry. But if it is a mine, if it is a coal mine, if it is an iron ore mine, and Goa iron ore mines are also a lot of hundreds of crores are very important. And there also, and where government mines, where they say the mines are owned by the government, and generally, and the coal mines and iron ores are owned by the state government, are owned by the central government. So they are only capable of investing the lot of money in it is there. So that is the capital expenditure. So the private owners cannot invest hundreds of crores. Are the only one, two, three guys are there, and they can invest the hundreds of crores. The other entrepreneurs cannot go for the coal mining excavation, and the iron ore excavation is there. So only governments can only invest the hundreds of crores in the overseas projects, and they can go for, and they can go for, and this the open cast mining, so and winning, and started winning, and the coal is there. So the capital expenditure is very important, and otherwise, so the mining is not at all possible. It is there. Yes. Next is the type of ore. Actually, suppose bauxite is there. Bauxite is the ore of aluminum, and we excavate the bauxite, and the bauxite is processed in the beneficiation plant. We finally extract the aluminum out of bauxite. Al2O3, H2O something is the chemical form of the bauxite, and Al is extracted from the bauxite. It is suppose, and the ore is there, and the different things are how the things are like this actually, and economic percentage of this thing, the mineral must be there. It is there. Economic percentage means uh, what we can do. Economic percentage means this one. Economic percentage means actually, suppose there's Al2O3 and H2 is something is there. Al2O3, how things are there. Actually, if the ore is, if the aluminum metal is less quantities available in the ore, suppose only 10% is taken out, only 10% is taken out, then excavating the bauxite is useless. It is there. So, and this one, and we should get this one more amount of more percentage of the metal. Suppose when you go for the bauxite open cast mining, and the presence of the presence of metal, the this one Al must be more, the waste material must be less, high percentage must be there. Then only we go for this thing, we go for open cast mining. It is the type of ore. Even though suppose and the gold is there, and the case is the coal gold fields are there, the coal gold is actually in 1 ton of the soil, only 3 to 4 grams of the gold we extract, and this is very small amount. The small amount of gold is achieved. A small amount of gold is extracted. So 1 ton means 1,000 cases. 1,000 cases into 1 ton means the 1,000 cases, and into grams, when you count 1,000 into 1,000, it becomes 10 lakhs. For 10 lakhs, 3 to 4 grams of gold is available for 10 lakhs of soils. So the ratio is 3 is to 10 lakhs. The 3 is to 10 lakhs means it is hopeless. 3 and this one. 3 is to 10. In 10 lakhs of grams, 10 lakhs of grams of the soil, only 3 grams of gold is available. And this one, where the economics are not produced, the profit is not generated. Why? Because a lot of soil is there. So extraction is not economic. The economics is not economic, and that type of and that type of things, and going for it is difficult. Even some of the open cast mines are there. The copper is there. Malanchkand, Delhi mines are there, where the copper ores are there, azurite is there, and where copper sulfate is there. In that the copper is, the plenty of copper is available. Then the extraction of the copper is possible from Malanchkand mines and the Delhi. It is there. So the economic percentage of the mineral in the ore is very important, and then only we prefer, we go for, and this one we go for open cast mine. So the type of mineral which decides whether to go for the surface mining is or not, and it decides it is there. So the type of ore is another factor which influence the surface mining. One more thing is the stripping ratio is there. Generally, it is the ratio, the volume of overburden removed for ton of the coal, for ton of coal. Suppose 1 ton of coal, for removing of 1 ton of coal, how much volume? 5 cubic meter, 5 cubic meter of the OB is removed. Then we say the stripping ratio is of 1:5. So 1 ton of for coal removal and the 5 meter cube for 1 ton of 5 cubic meter of OB is removed. So we can say that like this. The stripping ratio is like this: 1:5. 1:5 means this is the OB, which is removed. This is the OB. This is a 5 meter cube OB removed per ton of coal raised, and that is the stripping ratio is 1:5. So generally the 1:5 is the last one. Generally 1:2, 1:3, 1:4, 1:5 is preferred in the olden days, the stripping ratio. Now the mechanization is increased and the stripping ratio, and we are going more, even 10 cubic meters also, and for raise of this one, one ton of coal raising, removing over 10 cubic meter of OB waste rock, and even the project is viable. So yes, let us with the enhanced use of highly mechanized machinery, then stripping ratio at the present 1:10 is also possible. So where for 1 ton of rise of coal, 10 cubic meter OB waste rock, OB material can be removed, and that also can produce the profit, can generate the economics. It is a stripping. But previously, and that was limited to 1:5 only. 1:1 is possible, 1:2 is possible, 1:3 is possible, 1:4 is possible, up to 1:5 the stripping ratio is possible. So now it is changed because of a mechanization, because of a machinery. It is changed. Even a 1:10 stripping ratio. So the mining, the open cast mining is possible. It is there. So this is about the stripping ratio. It is there. And coming to the bench, OP benches and halal XLS calculation and the marketing, the three things now we will discuss. And this one, the bench height. Suppose suppose 50 meters, the mineral, the coal is available at the 50 meters. 50 meters OB has to be removed, and the coal present is there, and the coal is also converted into different benches, and that is also removed. So 50 meter surface cover is converted to the 5 vertical benches. The high bench of generally 50 meters is there. 50 meters means 5 vertical benches. Each bench height is something like this. This one, this is the bench height is. This is the height, the vertical height. Then 10 meters is there, and this is the width. Width is something it is there. So 10 meters. 10 meters is the vertical height of the pole. 10 meters is the vertical height of the pole, which is removed. Which is the pole is removed. 10 meters. The height of the bench is 10 meters, and 5 vertical benches are made here, and that means 10 into 5 it becomes 50 meters. So 50 meters, 5 vertical benches of OB is removed, and the coal is there. Suppose 30 meters coal is there. So the 30 meters thickness of the coal converted into 3 vertical benches, and that is also excavated. So 10 meters, the least mechanization is possible in the 10 meters. The highest mechanization up to 30 meters also is excavated by the highest mission. Maybe the bucket wheel excavators that there we can go for 30 meters. The height of the bench is also 30 meters. In conventional mining, only 5 meters of height is possible. The 5 meter height of the bench is only 5 meters because the limited machinery, the height of the machinery, the height of the bench is only the 5 meters. So with the use of more machinery, generally this one, uh, the height of the mission is the height of the bench is the 10 meters where a little mechanization is possible. When the mechanization started increasing and the 10 becomes the 15, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, up to 30 meters the height of the bench is possible. And this one by use of a bucket wheel excavator, and this is possible where 30 meters bench can be excavated. So this is the height of the bench. When the height is this one, the width must be very much more. And suppose the heavy machinery are deployed over the benches. So the width of the bench must be more than the height. Suppose the height of the bench is 10 meters and the width of the bench must be 15 or more than 10 meters. Suppose the width of the bench is less than 10 meters and the bench fails down. The failure occurs total, the bench collapses and it becomes very hazardous doing the mining there. So, but bench height is 10 meters, then the width of the bench must be more than the height. Then it will be only stable. And the angle slope is the one more thing is that is called the angle of the bench. Generally, it must not be more than 45 degrees. When it is more than 45 degrees, the bench becomes unstable. The bench becomes unstable and we cannot do the mining there. So 45 degrees is the limited. Highly the stable rocks are there. Igneous rocks are there, dolomite, quartz, and building stone and igneous rocks. These type of rocks are there in this one. Then and the angle may be more than 45 degrees, and then the open cast mining is possible there. Suppose the alluvial soil is there, that for even 45 degrees also very dangerous doing the mining there because the loose material and the blasting is not at all possible and the slope stability is not at all possible in the alluvial mining. It is there. So in that conditions it is difficult. So the slope angle the slope angle of this one shall not exceed 45 degrees. Only igneous rocks it can exceed 45 degrees. Generally, it should not exceed more than 45 degrees. So that is the parameters of the bench, the height of the bench, the width of the bench, and the slope of the bench. It is there. And next, hydrological conditions of the marketing. The presence of water. The presence of water, where water is more present there the mining is not at all possible. Why? Because the bench automatically collapses. If you place the machinery over the bench, the total machinery jammed into crushed benches automatically. Automatically this is becomes hazardous. What we are doing in the open cast mining, placing high capacity machines, and more tons of it is being placed over the benches, so that becomes very, very difficult when the presence of water is there. Hydrogeological conditions, the presence of water, the open cast mining limits going for the open cast mining. So presence of water creates more problems and the mining becomes very difficult there. So the hydrological conditions, the hydrobearing strata limits the adoption of the open cast mining. And then finally, the thing of marketing is there. The marketing and the marketing is something where suppose the coal is there, the coal is available, easily it can be marketed. Suppose Ramagundam is there, where many coal mines are there, open cast mines are there. Immediately, the coal is taken out by the NTPC. NTPC are there, then Ramagundam thermal projects are there. State government owned thermal projects are there. Central government owned thermal projects are there. They taken out the this thing, excavated the coal immediately. So the marketing is immediately done. Suppose if the market, suppose if they mined out the coal is transferred to away from maybe 100 kilometers, and then the marketing facilities available, then the mining is there is no meaning for the mining. So immediately wherever the material is there itself it has to be sold out. It has to be sold out. It has to be sold out. That is it. This is about the marketing. So these are the different geo mining situations, and geology is there, asset value of deposit is there, and tonnage of reserve is there, surface topography is there, mining event, and a range of mechanization from conventional to high mechanization, economic factor, economic viability, and a capital expenditure from 1 crore to hundreds of crores, and high percentage of ore, and stripping ratio 1:5, 1:1 to 1:10. So 1:10, this is with a high mechanization it is possible, and parameters of the bench, and the presence of the water uh, uh, in the strata, and the marketing facilities of these are the different geological conditions where the surface mining is adopted, and when the high production is achieved with the higher productivity, where economics, revenue, and profits are generated. Thank you.